Guess what? I have returned from my first trip to Night City. Yes, I got to go hands-on with Cyberpunk 2077 for the first time ever. And I'm so hyped. Let me tell you what. So I got early access to the game. And I hereby declare the game a 12 out of 10. No, I'm just kidding. I'm joking around, but seriously, I'm not going to do a proper review on this one. I don't think, maybe down the road, but I want to spend some quality time with it first and foremost. But I am going to give you my first initial impressions of the game because of all the hype and finally getting my hands on the game. So I'm going to go over, does it feel good? Does it look good? What about the bugs, glitches? Remember, a lot of the stuff that I'm playing is actually pre-release. So I am running off the pre-release patch, but I have yet to download the day one patch, and I'm excited for that one. But yeah, let's talk about some Cyberpunk 2077. Hey everyone, what's happening? Open World Games here. Hope you're doing good. And I thought I would make a video for you telling you about my first time playing Cyberpunk 2077. So this is my first time ever finally playing the game. I've never played it at an event or anything like that, so I was so freaking hyped. And overall, my experience is definitely positive so far, despite the bugs and glitches. They warned, hey, don't push your graphics too much with the game or you'll get more glitches. And I think that's what has happened with me. And they're going to patch this stuff, of course, but I think that's honestly what has happened with me, because I'm running like ray tracing stuff and pushing it almost to ultra as far as possible. But overall, I'm really super impressed with the game so far. And I wanted to highlight some of the combat because I know a lot of you are probably like, Robbie, how does the combat feel? I personally think it feels great. And there's been concerns about, the enemies feeling bullet spongy. Of course, at higher levels, you're going to get a little bit of that. But in this game, if you are going to approach it, which you should not, by the way, don't approach it like it's a first-person shooter. But if you are going to play like that, like any first-person shooter, you have to go for the headshots, That's what you have to do. Even in this RPG world, headshots are king, and that's something I really do like. And of course, you have higher-level enemies like this guy right here, who is going to be a little bit more bullet spongy. So when you get to like sub-bosses and bosses like that, they're bullet spongy a little bit more, and you got to be really creative and bring out the big guns and whatever you have invested in terms of your skills. So I think this game might be more of a game where you really want to cater towards certain specific skills as opposed to really being a jack of all trades. Now I could be wrong, I got to get deeper into the game, but I think it's going to help big time really going after specific skills and focusing on those. I can clearly see from exploring this game, it is absolutely massive. And again, this is my first gunfight right here. I'm really wanting to try out all the weapons, so I'm searching the room and trying to figure out where'd that machine gun go. I gotta try these weapons. Like, I've seen the videos of all this stuff. I gotta try it. And yes, I even got to try the katana and stuff like that. But yes, by the way, this comes from one of my streams. Check out my streams in the description below for sure. Would love to have you guys drop in. Some of you did actually drop in and say hello, so that was awesome. So thank you for that. But yes, overall the gunfighting feels really good. And then also the melee actually felt pretty good as well. Like, I was surprised with the melee. I was chopping off heads and everything. Of course, that footage got corrupted. Dang it. But anyway, I was really impressed with the melee. So I'm going to go after kind of like a build that's close quarters melee type build. And I know a lot of you guys are stealthy. I go guns a-blazing. That's just how I am. I don't know if you are like that, but sometimes I go stealthy. Don't get me wrong. I like to open up with stealth, pick off a couple guys, and then boom, let the symphony of war happen with the guns. That's just how I am. But yeah, you can see I picked up this really, really big gun here. And you can't actually keep this gun from what I can tell. You have to drop it. So it's that type of gun. And I think this is the gun that could slide into a turret emplacement or something like that. But the actual world itself, God, it's stunning. Like, let me tell you what they built. This is my footage, by the way. It is matching what you see from the trailers and what we've seen for, years of them kind of like advertising this game. It's definitely holding up. Again, I'm on PC trying to push to ultra settings, but there is a little glitch here on the screen. Like this little notification about the catch-up did not disappear for me. That was really annoying. It did eventually disappear for me. But yeah, I am super impressed also with the writing in this game and the story so far. I am heavily invested in the characters and the story. But I did want to say something super important about that. Before I went into streaming, I did check out the life paths. Just started playing them for about 15 minutes per life path. And I do think your enjoyment is going to come out of the life path that you choose. Please pick a life path that is going to more match your personality. That's my opinion. Because I ended up with Street Kid. I said I was going to go Corpo, but I was like, this is not feeling it for some reason. And Street Kid, I really enjoyed that. So I think if you try to pick the life path, in my opinion, that's related to your personality. As you can see, the game's absolutely gorgeous, and it controls well with the controller. And of course, if you want to use mouse and keyboard, it also controls very good. And you can slide around, maneuver, and all that good stuff. You can, if you want to, play it kind of like a shooter, but it is an RPG. I have yet to really get into the skills and stuff like that, but I'm so excited to dive into that because it looks like you can really cater your character how you want to. Now, what about the negatives with the game so far? For me, the biggest drawback and the negatives with the game is playing it before, the initial day one patch. I do have the pre-release patch installed, and I did run into a fair amount of glitches and bugs, but again, I was warned, a lot of us were warned by CD Projekt Red that, hey, try not to push your systems too far beyond what they can actually handle. And I think I'm trying to find a middle ground with that with my PC right now. But yeah, I dealt with one game-breaking bug in particular, of which I couldn't stand. I hated it when the main storyline would not continue. It wouldn't give me the next step. It wouldn't tell me, hey, you need to go here. I got a text message from Jackie saying, hey, where are you? And he wasn't marked on the map. Nothing. I couldn't find him. So I did have to do a restart on that, and then all of a sudden the objective did pop up. So those are the type of bugs they really, really do need to crush. And of course the visual bugs, because I did experience the visual bugs as well. It's very distracting when you're trying to focus on this really cool character and his lips aren't syncing, or he hasn't completely loaded in. There were some blocky character models there for like a good 10 seconds several times over. But I noticed that restarting, strangely, actually improved all of this. So I don't know what the issue is yet, if it's a caching issue or something with streaming the world. But again, they did say that the day one patch is going to make a big difference. Also on consoles as well, so that's also noteworthy. But what you are seeing here again is my footage. Like, it looks this good. At least on, PC high. And I'm thinking it's going to look pretty damn good on Xbox Series X and PlayStation 5. Now, the biggest question mark with this game right now is going to be the PS4 and Xbox One base versions of this game. I'll get back to you guys on that one. You guys are going to also have to let me know what happens with your experience with Cyberpunk 2077. But I'm going to keep you guys in the know about, everything that's happening around this game. But so far, a lot of my experience is skewing towards positive. I've just had a ton of fun. It feels like I'm truly in a movie with this game. It feels like a big, sprawling, interactive movie has released. I haven't even met Keanu Reeves' character yet, and I have roughly played 2 hours and 40 minutes and truly enjoyed every moment of it. Let me tell you what, except for the bugs. But the bugs were freaking annoying. Not gonna lie, they gotta get the bugs under control because they are totally distracting from the experience, and when they happen, it's such a bummer. And I know that, a lot of us are used to Skyrim and that sort of thing, but again, they gotta crush these bugs. And I'll let you guys know if the day one patch is truly effective like they're saying. I really hope it is. But, exploring the actual world, the open world in Night City itself has been a smooth experience so far. And I can tell you what, the crowd density is there. On PC, you can actually set the crowd density. So that's something that wasn't actually mentioned in reviews from what I saw. You can set it to medium, high. Mine is set to high, and I was like, whoa, dude. These are some serious crowds. I was super impressed. I had it all recorded. Of course, it got corrupted. But anyway, I am super impressed with the game so far. And yeah, it has turned out to be quite an experience. Even though I haven't like put tons and tons of time into it just yet. But I'm excited to keep going with it. But yeah, I think right now what I'll do is just wait. I think it's about 4 hours until that day 1 patch comes out for PC. Yeah, because I don't want to deal with these glitches, and they're saying they're crushing the bugs with this day 1 patch. So yeah, I'll get that downloaded and continue playing and enjoying the game in that way. Will I do a final review? I'm not too sure with this game. Just know that I'm loving it, and I think I'm going to continue loving it as I play it. And it's that simple. Maybe I'll do a review down the road, but I feel like I need ample time with the game to do a proper review of it. But thank you all so much for watching. There's my first experience with Cyberpunk 2077. Let me know if you guys finally get to play it. It's here for many of you. Like, it should be out now, pretty much. But I will see you guys in the next video, most likely about Cyberpunk 2077 and all the updates happening around the game. All right, talk to you later. See you around, and look out for the next video. Take care.